These mountains are tall, covered in green forests. Waterfalls thunder down from high cliffs. The air is fresh, filled with the scent of pine and the songs of birds. This is Arunachal Pradesh, where nature's beauty is on full display. Every corner of this land tells a story. From the winds dancing through the trees to the rivers flowing through the valleys. It's a place where earth and sky meet. But beneath this scenery, a darkness lingers. A struggle. A silent war that has been going on for generations. Christians in Arunachal Pradesh live with the fear of persecution. They seek solace in their faith even as they face discrimination and violence. This isn't a story of ancient history. This is happening now. In modern villages, amidst vibrant culture and traditions, the struggle continues. The clash is a daily reality for many Christians. In the year 2025, Arunachal Pradesh government stands accused of failing to protect its citizens' right to religious freedom, accused of silencing the hymns of the faithful, of betraying its own constitution. The very document that promised liberty and security to all citizens is now being questioned. This is the story of their struggle that is both deeply personal and universal. It's a fight for the right to live without fear, to worship without persecution, and to be treated with dignity. A struggle for the fundamental right to believe in their chosen God. This is a story of Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh. It is a story of their enduring power of faith and the unwavering spirit. Incidents of churches being burned and destroyed have become frequent in Arunachal Pradesh. These attacks not only damage buildings, but they also wound the spirit of the Christian community. The stories of atrocities against the Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh, acts of persecution, violence, and discrimination have made their lives difficult, but they have not broken their faith and the courage to move forward. The state's Christians are not afraid to stand for what is right for their community. Let us go back to 1978 and understand what was happening in the state then. In 1978, a law was passed in Arunachal Pradesh, a Freedom of Religion Act. The irony? This law was called a Freedom Act but was meant as a weapon against tribal Christians. This law makes conversion by force or inducement illegal. The words are clear but the reality is blurry. Gifts, charity, conversations, all can be twisted. The law can consider this inducement. There is a situation of suspicion and fear among the Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh. As a result of the above underlying intentions and realities behind the 1978 law against the community, the Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh protested then, and the law was not allowed to be implemented in 1978. But the environment of fear and mistrust was already created, and the damage was done. The case of Marbam Tassar perfectly illustrates the prevailing situations of 1970s and 1980s of Arunachal Pradesh. For decades, his name has resonated among Christians in the state, a stark reminder of the price of religious intolerance that AFRA 1978 advocated. In the 1970s, Tassar embraced Christianity and challenged the status quo. His punishment was swift and brutal. He was arrested, beaten, and forced into hiding. He became a symbol of resistance, his suffering a rallying cry for the persecuted. His story is not unique. Many innocent tribals have faced similar ordeals. Christians in Arunachal Pradesh have faced public humiliation and violent threats. Their crime? Their crime was to practice Christianity. Recently, in 2024, we also have seen many cases of discrimination and intolerance. A pastor was arrested for baptizing a young man in Changlan district. Churches are denied land in Itanagar and in Tawang. Churches were not allowed to be built. Christian teachers face false accusations for free tutoring. It is viewed with suspicion and seen as an attempt to lure people into Christianity. These incidents are examples of a much bigger problem. The Christian community feels that the message is clear. The AFRA 1978 can be misused against Christianity in Arunachal Pradesh. There is a huge difference between words written in the act and the reality. Despite assurances from the BJP government of the state, experiences have shown otherwise. Article 25 of the Indian Constitution guarantees freedom of conscience and the right to freely profess, practice, and propagate religion. Yet, in Arunachal Pradesh, these words ring hollow. The anti-conversion law is the chasm between constitutional ideals and the reality for Christians in Arunachal Pradesh. An important question arises here. Does this anti-conversion law give uncertainties and insecurities to all other religions for practicing their faiths? The answer is no. It is directed more towards Christians, critics say. On March 6, 2025, a scene unfolds in a tiny Borum village near Itanagar that shook the entire state and gave reality checks to state BJP government that all is not well and Christian community of the state will not be silenced. Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh gathered here to protest again for the same 1978 Anti-Conversion Act that haunted them for decades, because this time there is a renewed efforts from the state government to revive the same old and dormant act. 200,000 Christians gather in peaceful protest with their demand for religious freedom in the state, and to repeal the anti-conversion law. The Christian community gathered with quiet determination of the right to worship without fear, and their faith will not be altered. In Arunachal Pradesh, a fight between faith versus law has ensued where David confronts Goliath. This fight for religious freedom in Arunachal Pradesh is like the story of David and Goliath. It's not just about the rights of a small community, but a universal quest for freedom and respect. The people of Arunachal Pradesh, with their deep faith and unwavering spirit, are facing huge challenges at the moment. On one side, there's a community of believers, armed with nothing but their faith and the Constitution. They gather in small groups to pray and find comfort in their shared beliefs. The Indian Constitution, which guarantees freedom of religion, is their shield and their hope. And on the other side, there's a powerful state government influenced by Hindu nationalist groups. The state, with its vast resources and influence, wants to impose a single identity, often sidelining those who dare to be different. But even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of resistance burns bright. Peaceful protests, candlelight vigils, hunger strikes and acts of solidarity are a testament to the resilience of the Arunachal Christian spirit. These acts of protests and prayers send a powerful message of hope and determination of Arunachal Christian community. Protests against renewed AFRA 1978 is led by individuals like Mir Stephen Tar and Tar Miri, representing the Arunachal Pradesh Christian Forum ACF, and stands strongly in solidarity with the fellow Christians of the state. These leaders have shown their unwavering commitment and work to ensure that the rights of their community are recognized and respected, and the anti-conversion law must be repealed. Challenging this law and raising their voices on international platforms and providing support to Christian community, their efforts have garnered attention in India and globally. Their sole demands are justice, equality, and freedom of religion enshrined in the Indian Constitution. The Arunachal Pradesh Freedom of Religion Act 1978 has neither deterred the spirit nor shaken up the unwavering faith of Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh. Rather, it has united the community in resolving to fight for their rights unitedly. Truth is, history has shown that despite atrocities since 1970s, Christianity has only grown multifold in Arunachal Pradesh, from 0.7% in 1971 to 30.3% in 2011 according to census. Some unofficial accounts say it is more than 47% of total population of Arunachal Pradesh as of 2025. This undeterred growth, some say, is attributed to the teachings and practices of Christianity that have brought in reforms to age-old tribal cultures that were marred by many social evils like violence against women, alcohol abuse, animal sacrifices, etc. The Christian community of Arunachal Pradesh is determined to win this fight against the state government influenced by the Hindu nationalists unitedly, with their only weapons: unwavering faith in their God and the Constitution of India.